Thomas the Train, Wooden Railway, James and his trouble with the troublesome trucks.
The next morning, after the incident with the eggs, Sir Topham Hatt was at the sheds. "Well," said Sir Topham Hatt, "Edward will be in there for at least a week." And Gordon was sent to the works. "James, we need more help in the yard than ever. You will be going to the yard." "Oh, bother," said James. "I've never been at the yard. I should be pulling stuff, not shunting them." "Well," said Sir Topham Hatt, "that's how it's going to be." "Oh, fine," said James. He got on the turntable and headed towards the yard. It was 10 minutes later, and James got to the yard. "Hello, Fergus," he said. "Oh, hello, James," said Fergus. "Oh, and hello, new Diesel." "Oh, hello, Mr. James," said the Diesel. I'm D199. "Well, nice to meet you," said James. We can save the talk for later," said Fergus. "Now, we need to get to work. I'm going to take Old Slowcoat to the Elsbridge station, and you, James, are going to be taking the Annie and Clarabelle to Nafford station to Thomas," said Fergus, and Fergus puffed away. "Well, I better get to work," said James. James coupled to Annie and Clarabelle, and they puffed away. James coupled Annie and Clarabelle to Thomas and came up around. "Oh, thank you, James," he said. "Whatever," said James. "I don't want to be made fun of when we get back to the sheds." "Oh, no promises," said Thomas. "Who's pulling the express now that Gordon is at the works?" asked James. "I'm not sure," said Thomas. Just then, Spencer came. "Hello, engines," said Spencer. "I'm ready to pull the express." "What?" said James. "Aren't you the private Duke and Duchess's engine?" "Well, yes, but since they're away, I decided to help Sir Topham Hatt for once," he said. "Well, thanks for the help, I guess," said Thomas. "Now, if you engines don't excuse me, I have the express to pull." And Spencer puffed away. James was on his way back to the yard when he saw all these diesels at the scrapyard, and Smudger was there. "Now, Smudger," started Diesel, "if you want to be a part of this, you gotta keep doing what you're doing. Great job of getting D199 here." "Oh, thank you," said Smudger. James couldn't believe what he was saying. "What's going on?" said James. "Something's up," he thought. "Oh, I better get out of here before one of them sees me," said James, and he puffed away. "What was that?" said Smudger. "I didn't hear anything," said Harry. "You must just be hearing things." "Stupid steam engines," Bert muttered to himself. After a long day work, James got back to the yard for his final job. "Oh, hello, Mr. James," said D199. I just got back from hauling some cargo cars," he said, "and I'm very tired. You look like you have some energy in you. Do you think you could just take those troublesome trucks to the docks?" "Of course," said James. James thought to himself, "Huh, I never thought that those words would be in a sentence. Me, pulling troublesome trucks. Oh, I have a couple tips that I've learned not to have them be as troublesome." "Well, the first tip, Mr. James, is if they start to sing, don't let them sing at all." "All right," said James. "And to do that, bump 'em harder." "Got it," said James. James started to pull. James was almost to the docks. They started to sing, and the troublesome trucks started to sing. "Be quiet," said James, and he bumped them. "We'll show him," said Scruffy. "No one tells us not to sing," said Rickety. Once they got to the docks, the truck shouted, "Now!" and they all pushed James right into the ocean, and on Cranky. "Hey, watch it," said Cranky. I'm a hold of this cargo here." "Sorry," said James. Topham Hatt came. "James, now look what you've done. Why would you think bumping the trucks would make them better? I was just listening to
You realize that you couldn't even hurt Cranky, he said. Now we have another engine that has to go to the works. First Big City engine, then Gordon, and now you, James. I'm sorry, sir, said James. Well, you'll be in the works for about a week, he said. Yes, sir, said James, and Harvey pulled James away to the works. Now James is going to the works, said D199. Excellent, said Diesel. Ooh, our plan is falling into place. Oh, look who finally shows up to one of our meetings. Spencer rounded the bend. Sorry I couldn't come, said Spencer to the other ones, because the Duke and Duchesses didn't go on vacation yet. Excuses, excuses, said Diesel. So, did you get to pull the express? Oh, yes, I did. I love pulling the express, and thank you so much for letting me join this plan, Diesel.